Go! All right, welcome back, everybody. We're doing our Week 14 preview as well as some thoughts around the league. So just to recap, I currently sit at 33-15. He currently sits at 30-18. So yeah, 3 game split here. So we're adding a couple more games this week just to kind of hopefully,
Well, and they were playoffs. We
and
discussed
we're doing some
crap game.
Yeah,
One.
some that will have
playoff
playoff implications. So we're gonna start with the Thursday night game. Jacksonville at Tennessee. Tennessee is a 4.5-point favorite. I agree with that. I think Tennessee will win. I think it will be
Home field. That's all.
Yeah, exactly. And that's usually it's 3 points for home field advantage.
I got him.
So we're both So and then next is we're going to some Sunday games. We have Philly at Dallas. Dallas is a 3.5-point favorite. I agree with that as well.
As do I.
Because that.
You realize I've had to pick them like 2 out of the last 3 weeks?
Well, because that game in Philly a few weeks ago, that was a great game. That was a fun game. So
Yes.
I think Dallas is going to win mainly just because that defense is just that defense is so good. And this is a game where I think Dak is going to throw it. This is the thing I could not figure. I mean, I get
it's him not fumbling.
It hurt once. I knew why once McCoy went out, but when McCoy was still in, I did not understand why they were not throwing at them. They have lost so many pieces in that secondary. That's the thing that gets me. So then, staying in the NFC East, we have the G-Men
and the only reason
at Washington.
this is because
Washington right now does
still
have.
in that.
They still have the hold in the division.
No.
Or no,
Dallas has it.
Dallas
still
has
in
it,
the-
but they're still in the playoff hunt.
Yes.
Washington is actually a 1-point favorite.
I just don't.
I'm taking the Giants.
So am I. I just don't know how they. Third string quarterback. I don't know how that.
Sorry, I just
It's
said
not
I
like
take.
the Giants are going to the Super Bowl,
No.
so the Patriots can get revenge. They're so far from.
I don't even care about revenge. I just want them down in the dirt for the next 30 years. After that, we have now. This one is one that I'm actually kind of intrigued about. It's Carolina is going to Cleveland to face the Browns,
Carolina is still technically in that.
and Panthers are 1.5-point favorites. The over/under is 47.
I'm taking Cleveland.
I'm taking Cleveland as well. I don't.
And the separation right now is 0.
Oh boy. Oh yeah. Jets at Bills. So this is our crap game of the week.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it
yeah,
is.
Yes, it
No,
is.
we didn't have to even say
No,
anything.
no. I'm taking the Jets
Okay.
just because I do think they were saving Sam Darnold for this week, so he'll be back. He should be at full strength.
Okay.
I think they win by a field goal.
This is my separation game. I'm gonna take that.
You can take Buffalo. Yeah.
So cool. Just circle this. It's the one. The one is so far.
And then we're adding 2 more games that have playoff implications. The Ravens go into Kansas City. Ravens still in the. They currently own a wild card, don't they?
Yeah, they are
have
the
a wild.
number
They,
6.
they have. They're the number 16
Right now.
And then Kansas City obviously has their division
They're number 1 right now.
number 1. I'm taking the Chiefs. I'm gonna be hoping like crazy that Baltimore gets an upset, and I hate it because for years it's always been I'm rooting against whoever Baltimore is playing, but I would love to see Kansas City lose. So
Because of New
because
England.
only,
Yeah.
although I see I'm torn because also I don't want us to go to the Super Bowl because I don't want the chance because I don't think we're gonna win this year. I don't even think we're gonna make it to the Super Bowl. But if we get
they
there,
get home field,
exactly. If they get home field, I'm like crap. Dang it! I mean, we've only lost 3 games
No,
at
yeah,
home
I'm
in the
going. I would
postseason.
say the only team. Actually, well, this is one of those. I would still give it to New England on home field, but I think Houston could beat New England. I think Chiefs could beat New England. I think the Chargers could beat New England. In New England, I don't think
the Chargers.
I think it's like this, but I think it's possible.
It's one thing going into Pittsburgh late in the season and getting a win. It's a whole other thing coming to Foxborough in the playoffs. It's a whole.
No, I know.
thing.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But they could. You wouldn't be going. No way. This is the biggest upset in the world.
No, I would not be shocked.
Baltimore. Now
Exactly.
Baltimore goes into New England and and beats them.
That's
you'd
the team from the AFC I least want to see, just because I'm
No,
so
but
sick and
you-
tired of
that-
freaking Harbaugh
No, but that
coming in
would-
here and beating
You
us.
gotta go back 8 years or something like that.
I
for that
hate-
happen.
I
No, but
hate
that way
Harbaugh.
you'd be going, how did we lose?
Yeah.
If Kansas City comes in and wins, you're not going, how did we lose?
I mean, well, we split with them this
No,
year.
or you'd be going, okay, there were some calls, or should
Yeah,
have
yeah,
done this.
or-
It would have been actually
Or,
analyzing the game.
you know, the Bears game that we had. If Sony hadn't gotten hurt, I don't think it would have come down to
One crazy.
1 yard shy of winning the game.
Yeah.
And then the final game, the Monday night game.
Well, wait, I think we're both gonna pick New England on this.
Oh
one.
yeah,
New
yeah. I'm
England,
not even
New
looking at
England,
that game.
Miami.
They're 7.5 point favorites to beat them. So back up here to the Monday night game. Vikings at Seattle. Seattle's a 3.5
Oh wait,
point
we
favorite.
have the Sunday night game. Rams at Chicago. I'm taking the Rams regardless of if Trubisky plays. You're taking Chicago if Trubisky.
If
plays.
Trubisky plays, I think I am taking Chicago. Just because that defense is so good.
No,
And-
I agree.
And the Rams
but
defense
they
has
played
given up stuff.
Detroit.
They're giving up a lot of stuff.
To who? The favorites for the Super Bowl.
They gave a lot up to Seattle.
Would you want to play Seattle? Right now?
Almost 1,000
Would
yards
you want
in
to
2
play
weeks.
Seattle? I wouldn't care
If we
if,
got
if
Malcolm
Seattle
Butler
went
on the goal line, I would.
They're not passing right now.
No,
They're just
no.
pounding people
Yeah,
to
yeah.
to
No,
celebration.
if Trubisky plays, I think I'm going to take the Chiefs. I mean, the Chiefs. Sorry, stop this.
I too, even if Trubisky plays, I'm probably taking the Chiefs.
The Bears, and if he does not play, then I think it's gonna. Yeah, I think the Rams.
And
are
the
just
reason
gonna
we're
roll
even
all
doing
over.
this kind of pick and choose is because
It has not
nobody
been,
will know until
Yeah, it's not,
Saturday
exactly.
night or
It's
something
not been
like that.
said yet if Trubisky's going to play. I think the expectation is for him to come back this week, but who knows? So that's Sunday. The Sunday slate of games. Now we're going to Monday. Finally, Vikings at Seattle. Seattle is a 3.5 point favorite. I am going with Seattle.
I think as much as I like Minnesota, of every team in the NFL right now that I would not that you go we could beat them, but I still wouldn't want to play them. It's Seattle.
Oh yeah.
I could see Diggs or Thielen or what's the running back's name?
Dalvin Cook.
Cook or even Cousins getting knocked out of that game.
Oh yeah.
That
No, I
so
in fact, do you know who has the highest passer rating on Monday Night Football in history? Like combined every Monday night appearance?
Dan Fouts,
No.
Dan Marino.
No.
Who?
Russell Wilson.
He's only been on Monday night like 5 times. Those other guys
Out,
been
no,
on
out
Monday
of
night
a
like 20.
out of a minute, I saved it because it was I was really actually quite intrigued by it. Let me pull it up. So, it is shared by Field Goals, which is the SB Nation
Okay.
Seattle Seahawks page.
Because I don't think he's had very many Monday night games compared to those guys that have played for.
Yeah. Let me see if I can get it pulled up because it was really. I saw that I'm like, what? And I went and double checked, and it is accurate.
But he has the most. What did you say? On Monday night?
It's a win over the Vikings next Monday puts the Seahawks at 97% to make the playoff. Best passer rating on Monday Night Football.
Oh, best passer
Yeah,
rating.
sorry, best passer
After
rating.
how many
sorry,
games?
after out of a minimum of 150 pass attempts.
Oh, okay. But you know what's funny
Well,
about that?
because a lot of times that's
I
usually
bet
what
you
it is.
Marino and those guys have 9,000 pass
Oh, I'm
attempts.
sure. I'm sure.
No, that's a nice stat, but it.
118 or 111.8. So even if I hadn't seen that stat, I would still be taking Seattle because they are the team I do not want to face right now. If I'm desperate to make the playoffs,
Oh.
if I see, especially if I'm going to Seattle, I was going
Oh, if
I
I'm
don't
the
need that.
Rams and the Saints right now,
I'm looking over my shoulder.
no, I'm going. These are the two teams. I want. Hopefully, somebody will knock them out.
Yeah. And then I get to face that person.
Well, if I'm the Rams, are you nervous? Well, we'll find out if Rams beat Chicago.
Yeah.
But if I'm the Rams, they beat Seattle. They lost a key player in each game that they beat Seattle by 3 points.
So, getting
Around
to
the league.
the biggest news around the league.
Okay.
Breaking Sunday afternoon after the Packers loss. The Packers have fired head coach Mike McCarthy.
So stupid.
He did not. When he was called in the meeting, he was not expecting to get fired. He was expecting it was gonna be like, hey, we're gonna bench somebody, or we're
Why
gonna
would he think that he's
fire
gonna get
coordinator. Nope, you're fired.
fired? I don't know what this.
It is called. You have a quarterback that has an ego bigger than Lambeau Field.
What? Okay. For the most part, I think all these quarterbacks have the ego. I don't know what it. What's the statement?
What do you mean? What's the statement?
Okay, McCarthy is the one that groomed Rodgers.
Yeah.
McCarthy is the one that was taking all the flack. You getting rid of Brett Favre for this guy? Are you nuts? Are you? And it's like, okay, and he took him to a Super Bowl, and he won a Super Bowl. Now, granted, it was a while ago.
Yeah.
But I'm going. So last year, Rodgers doesn't play, and you hold it against McCarthy.
Mm-hmm.
This year, Rodgers does play, and has had some bad decisions.
Oh yeah.
And it's McCarthy's fault.
Yeah.
And you go, okay, that's fine. I was just going, if I'm a head coach, I'm going, they'll fire me for no reason.
Yeah.
Absolutely no reason. And right now, I think the only place they can get a coach is out of college.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody's going to want to go
I don't
there
think Josh is
under
going to go
these.
there. Josh
under these
doesn't
circumstances.
want to go there.
I wouldn't.
Bruce Arians
I-
won't go there.
I wouldn't. Nobody knows what Josh is going to do.
No, I don't think Josh.
I'm gonna go to Denver. I'm gonna come back from Denver. I'm gonna tell the Colts I'm gonna go to the Colts. I'm not gonna go to the Colts. I haven't been promised to be the all-time offensive coordinator for the Patriots, and then when Bill Belichick leaves, I get the head coaching job. Nobody's ever told me that. Don't. We've never spoken.
Well, Teddy and Willie both came out and said, "Yeah, that there's nothing like that." And if any two,
I don't think
if
there
any
is.
two players, former players or current reporters, media guys are going to know that kind of thing, it's gonna be those two.
Well, I don't think anybody's gonna know until it happens. I don't think there's
well,
gonna be
you
a
got-
inside
You
scoop.
got the one who is still referred to as Kraft's fifth son,
No, I don't. But is
and
he
you got
the
the
one
one
making the
who is
decisions
called
with
a
this?
perfect patriot.
No, is he the one that's gonna be making that decision?
No, it'd be Bill.
And the son. From what's my understanding is he's handed over a lot to his son.
Yeah, Jonathan. That's the thing is Jonathan is someone saying, I was actually reading about this a while back. They're saying more each year he kind of starts taking on a little bit more and more.
Yeah, yeah.
And basically because there's a thing, there's like a clause where a lot of times they'll sell the team. Nope, it's Art Jonathan's taken over. He's
it's very
inheriting the
common
team.
to inherit.
Yeah,
Families
and
inherit.
I really like Jonathan. I like Rob.
But you see what I'm
I don't
saying?
think Robert's gonna. I don't think Robert's gonna be around much longer. I give it 3-4 years maybe. He looks terrible. Each
Oh, crap,
year.
yeah.
And at
Well-
the end of the AFC Championship game last year.
Well, what is he, 70 something?
Oh, he's older than that.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah. So yeah. Anyway. Yeah. So I don't know who they get. Arians. If I were them, I would try and get Arians. But Arians has already said, only team I'm going to is the Browns. Because he likes Baker.
Oh, if that head coaching position. See, no, okay. Here's something. If I'm the Packers, I'd make a run for Greg Williams. They need a defense. Their defense needs to get better. Just, I don't care about the offense.
Yeah,
Go ahead,
offense
Aaron
is
Rodgers.
fine.
Run the offense.
Rogers, do your thing. We'll get a guy that's a yes man for you.
Interesting.
And yeah, go get
That's
Greg
gonna-
Williams.
that's gonna be
that
nice.
actually, which would be perfect because then the Browns can go get Bruce Arians. You know me. I
think Arians
I'm
is very overrated.
a big
Extremely
fan of
overrated.
Arians.
Oh, yeah, I
Look
like
at
him.
what he did with the Cardinals the last 2 years.
They stunk. Their offense, he's
Because
an
they were on the
offensive
third
guy.
string quarterback.
He was an offensive
And
guy.
they had the same offensive line problems that they have now.
Okay, he inherited a phenomenal defense.
Um,
He did. I think he did well when he was the OC at Pittsburgh.
While we're talking about the Cardinals,
Yeah, Fitzgerald.
crazy stat about Larry Fitzgerald.
He's
He
gonna
has
make-
more career tackles than he does dropped passes.
Oh my gosh.
For
oh
everyone
my
asking,
gosh.
Larry Fitzgerald.
What is that stat?
Larry
That's like, that can't be. That.
So this 360 fantasy football, they went to Pro Football Focus and got it
More
figured out.
tackles than drops.
So on 2,111 targets, he has 29 drops. He has 34 4 career tackles.
That is insane.
I almost texted you this when I saw that last night, but I said, no, I want to get this to him live,
And then
unfiltered.
been for years. That's over a phenomenal career.
Yeah, he's...
See, he reminds me right now of Andre Johnson, where you go, just go to a team that's going to go to the Super Bowl, or at least has a chance.
I want it.
Imagine if he went to Seattle. I mean, you're just going.
Forget Seattle. It's been every Patriot fan's dream for the last 10 years when it gets near the trade deadline. All right, Bill, make the call. Get us Larry Fitzgerald. Get Tommy Larry. We want Tom and Larry together and get in that Super Bowl ring.
This is what I love about Belichick.
It'll never happen.
No, he'll go, I'll get 3 receivers that I'm going to pay $1.50 an hour, and we'll go to the Super Bowl anyways.
And Larry's even said he wants to retire a Cardinal. He wants to spend his entire career there, which any receiver, especially one of his caliber, that says, I want to stay here, I want to spend my whole career here, I have so much respect for those guys that do that. Because a lot of times the guys that they go somewhere for that final year,
well, it's just to get money.
They don't do anything. Like, look, Andre Johnson, he didn't do anything.
Most.
Yeah, most of them. I was just because you mentioned him, I said him. But yeah, I don't know what the Packers are doing. I don't think the Packers know what the Packers are doing. That to me was just trying to appease a fan base that doesn't know what they're talking about. Or correction, the portion of the fan base that is so enamored with Aaron Rodgers that he's
this is what I was telling
blameless.
you earlier about the reality and the perception.
Mhm.
So Butler was a defensive back for the Packers when he went to the Super Bowl, won the Super Bowl, and he has a talk show there in Green Bay.
Yeah.
And he said that it used to be that if number 12 is suiting up, we have a chance to win the game.
Mhm.
Now it is, well, we need to put weapons around. And he said they asked him about the Mike McCarthy, Aaron Rodgers problem, and he said he would say 90 to 95% of the public there thinks it's Mike McCarthy, not Aaron Rodgers. So we'll see. We'll see how that.
We'll see.
I think that's it turned out well in Cleveland, getting rid of Hugh Jackson.
Yeah. I don't think it's going to get any better in Green Bay.
McCarthy wasn't losing them games. McCarthy wasn't soft. McCarthy wasn't doing.
McCarthy wasn't looking downfield for the 50-yard pass to the one guy that's in triple coverage compared to the 3 or 4 guys right here that have enough for the first down that are completely uncovered.
Well, and McCarthy doesn't go for it on 4th and 1.
McCarthy.
He said, the stats say you could have made it.
Yeah.
Okay, next time it's 4th and 1, we'll go for it. No, you didn't make it. Stupid! You shouldn't have done that. Come on, this is the NFL.
And
You should have punted.
he's also not the here. Let me take the kickoff
So
and run it out of the end zone.
You think he lands somewhere next?
Tampa Bay.
That's we were talking about.
Yeah,
that.
I think I think Tampa Bay. I could also see Cleveland trying to land him.
Yeah, he did. Say what you want. He's the one that got Aaron Rodgers.
And he got that final last year out of Brett Favre there too.
Well,
say what you will about that, but
no, I don't even know if that was Brett Favre 3-4 years before that. He was saying that he was going to maybe retire. I was out there for basically all of the 2010s.
Legend says he's still considering a comeback. Well, he can't now. He's in Hall of Fame.
We're considering retiring.
Yeah. All right, so that's our thoughts around the league. Enjoy Week 14, and follow us on YouTube and Facebook, Kyle and Not Kyle Show, and we'll see you next week. Enjoy.